2020.
Hello, everybody!
Hello!
Hello!
It's Abigail here again. I decided to do an introduction with the players because it worked so well last time. I've had all that feedback from you.
Thank you for your feedback.
Any feedback? There was none.
So mention in the comments because if we say that, apparently thing gets better. Okay.
Oh yeah, on
Like,
that,
subscribe, hit that notification bell.
yes. You know when
I am physically uncomfortable right now. Just as physically uncomfortable.
Just to make him feel worse on the sellout social media stuff, we now have an Instagram page. So if you go to
I mean, you might have to.
Tag Heroes for our Instagram page, you can keep up to date with what we're doing and things like that.
Yep, no, my penis is retreating tiny down my body, that's how uncomfortable I am.
If you want to see the boomerang video of that happening, go onto our Instagram, follow us. Yeah. Anyway, enough of that.
You'll have to enable mature content though, of course.
So
Yeah, recover from that.
on that bombshell,
Maybe that is.
you're not outdoing me today. I'm running sheerly on will saves. Can we have a description of what you guys feel for what happened last time?
What we think happened last.
Yeah, because you'll be wrong.
Yeah. No, I was going to say, that's what I was pointing out.
Well, you met a group of lovely lasses.
I did. I made some friends.
Well, we set sail to Parkatheon.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That happened first.
Yeah.
You want to do this like logically?
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I mean, it annoys me when my players do this in my game.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Is Parkatheon or Parkatheon?
Oh, okay. The kind of thing.
Right, great. That's
Doesn't know.
cool. It's a lost.
I do know.
It's a lost language.
It's been a long week.
Yeah.
Long week. Parkatheon.
Parkatheon. Yeah, we had set sail for there. How far in did we sail? Like, did we go past the lighthouses on the ship, or
No.
is that when we were on the boat?
No, they wouldn't get close enough on the ship.
Right. Yes, that's right. Because we stopped by one of those lighthouses and almost got attacked by some kind of albino water snake.
Yeah, so you were being pursued by the sea harvesters to begin with.
Yes.
Yeah. We had a big game of cat and mouse with the sea harvester,
Yeah.
the dolphin-loving orcs.
I made some amazing bombs.
You did make some.
Yeah.
I forgot your bombs. Yeah.
His bomb was a bomb.
Oh, Lord. So yeah, we went in. We heard singing. I think was the. Oh, here I am. We heard singing, which was the reason Edward ended up climbing up to investigate because no one else could climb.
Or swim, don't forget that.
Yeah.
Or swim, which we did realise, but what we didn't realise was that also they couldn't come help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything happened. But he went ahead anyway, found some women that were like singing and all in robes, like covering their eyes.
They seemed very keen to help you.
They did. One of them, who is now called Steph, I don't even remember what her original name was, came with to help, and all she wanted for it was a kiss, I believe, and to take her with her, which you can understand.
I don't think she had a name even. I think they were all.
It was like Stefano or something.
They're just like call me
Stenfo, so I just called her. See, it is easier just to call her Steph.
Failed the Greek history check.
Yeah. So yeah, that happened. Anyone want to take over after that?
Yeah, we were told we had to go do some trials if we wanted to get to the lair of the beast that we were after.
Yeah, it was one based on secrets, one based on something sacred, and one based on skill.
Yeah. We've done the secrets, we've done the one thing sacred, and now we're on the one of skill where we're being attacked by a bunch of harpies. The one with secrets, you had to tell a secret, didn't you? And the guardians went away. I gave up, well, not me personally, but Ezekiel gave up his prized book on nature and threw it into a fire, and the large Cyclops guardian sort of looked sorrowfully at me and let us pass.
A single tear out
Yeah.
of one eye.
Oh, that's heartbreaking.
And now we are fighting harpies.
Yep.
Or we were fighting harpies, and then totally due to plot reasons and time constraints at the end of the last session,
It's a combination of two.
Steph revealed that she was a Gorgon.
Medusa.
Stupid D&D-ness. Yes, she revealed that she was a Medusa.
She hasn't revealed that.
Obviously.
She revealed.
Well, she was in. Sorry,
Just like
sorry.
a big cow.
She took her hands off of her eyes, and things were just happening as we ended the session.
But yeah,
Fairly obvious. She's Cyclops.
on that, for people that don't understand why Gorgon or Medusa matters, because if anyone knows the Greek history, they know that similar. In D&D, those are two different monsters, which I didn't know until last session either.
It's because there's no name for that weird iron ball that Jason fights in Jason and the Argonauts.
There we are.
So they just gave it the name.
Could have just given it a different name.
Yeah, that makes
It's
sense.
lazy wizards. Lazy.
Well,
It's
that's
not
us never getting sponsored.
Let's just quantify that firstly, it wasn't Wizards at the time, it was TSR.
Lazy TSR.
No, it's fine. Don't worry. Next session,
And Gary
won't be here.
Gygax specifically said,
No,
yes, I was very lazy with that first monster manual.
I already called out Vin Diesel in the last session. Let's not piss off Wizards.
You know that's live on the internet by now.
He's coming for
I
you.
won't say that bit.
Okay.
So yeah, that's where we got to.
Right, yeah, so I do believe what was happening was you were looking at her at the time, Helix was totally looking
Yes, this is true.
at her. Okay, so she pulls the hood back.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You're the one who notices this is happening, so
Would I recognise it's Medusa?
no, because you had no idea. But she did say in a very quiet voice, look away now.
Okay, so I'm going to scream out to
Yeah.
everyone else, like, everyone look away!
To which everyone goes, what? Looks at you.
Well, I do have a low charisma.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Mm.
In that case, what are you doing? Are you actually looking away?
Yeah, I'm going
Okay.
to look off the side of the boat.
I'm going to give you a free pass because you were kind of looking at her at the time and heard her say it and
Yeah.
everything, so you have time to just like look down the side of the boat.
Yeah.
Everyone else, you're too far away right now,
Okay.
but everyone else is in the boat. Can I have reflex saves, which are not reflex saves anymore?
Dex
Dexterity
saves.
check.
Save.
Dex saves with advantage because he bothered to yell.
I mean, just don't leave me
Oh,
to do
that-
anything about
that's-
discussion.
22.
It's not good.
14.
Okay.
You thought advantage would have helped me, but it didn't.
What did you get?
Nine.
That's bad.
Yeah.
9.
Yeah.
Have a 13.
Yay!
Divination wizard.
Mine's still not big.
I grab you and
Oh, don't.
attempt to.
Yeah.
Attempt to save you.
My 9, you got a. You know what? I'm going to also spend my 14 because I don't want to turn to spend. So I got a 16 total. There we go. That's my class ability done for the fucking session.
Oh, it's okay. It's the Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
Well, I'm even more glad now that I spent that because I have a Constitution saving of 0.
Okay, so what'd you get?
14.
Okay.
22. No,
Didn't have Mabel.
Yeah, no, 22.
10. Oh, wait, was this with the.
13 is what your
13
roll.
plus your
Oh,
con.
so 15 then. With-
Okay, everyone gets lucky. Some of you like see it, but manage to tear your gaze away before anything happens. She pulls up the hood, and there's these blazing eyes like the sun, and her hair is a band of snakes. Her face is like a rotting reptilian mask, and the harpies scream, and most of them turn to stone instantly. Some attempt to wheel away, and there's a couple of seconds before they freeze and drop, splashing into the water.
Would Edward see her? Because he would have. I know he's too far away, but he would have. If he's saying, like I said, nobody look. he
After
would
the
have
after
totally
the
looked.
scream, then you turn to look, but by then she's pulling the hood back down.
Okay. Fair enough.
The remaining harpy or two flee. They take to the wings and fly off into the rafters. Where she sits back down hard. It's at that point you will notice novels like that.
No!
Just petrified.
You know what's heavier than a orc?
An orc made of
An
stone.
orc made of stone.
It's alright, the boat is not, it's slowly, you can tell that it's like about to reach the end of the...
What we can do is, until we can find a way to restore him, we can tie him to the front of the boat, and it can be like what the mermaid.
I think the boat might go like that, it's only a dinghy.
I meant the main ship, but yeah, that works too.
You would make a good figurehead.
That's the word.
Really quick mechanic question. For divination, do you roll per session then? And
Yeah.
That's pretty strange compared to
less.
all other abilities.
Yep, you roll twice at the start of every session. And that's
quite
it.
cool.
Wait, thank you for saving me.
You're welcome.
I hope my dice.
I'm more happy about saving myself, but.
Is that all your divination?
Yup.
Oh, no, no.
Wizards have the shittest class abilities,
Yeah.
like legit.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry, carry on.
Second round match.
Do you wanna-
back up?
Do you want to pick me up?
Yeah, I guess.
You're going that way.
I'm going to grab the oars and just start rowing.
I'll probably give you a hand, given that our chief oar person is stowing right now.
As you're rowing, the boat is slowly beginning to sink in the water.
Do I have
Okay, we're going to need some weight on the back here.
It's literally, it doesn't matter where it is, it's
Oh.
going down slowly. It's not,
Yeah,
it's a gradual
it's-
progression, but you can see in about 2 minutes, there's going to be water coming over. There's just,
Oh, wait, hang on. Someone tie a rope around him and throw me the rope and I'll like moor him up and we can pick him up on the way back, maybe.
Okay. So,
I foresee no issues with this.
I'm just going to kind
Oh,
of...
I mean, as equal
now.
level of confident from one session to the next. Foresee no issues with this.
I see no
What about the chest? Could we shove him in the chest?
Oh, good idea.
Oh, so yeah, we can do that. Do that. Where's the chest?
I suggest we don't shove him in case he breaks.
Is the chest also made of stone?
No.
Okay. So I'm going to kind of like unsecure the chest from him and then... Can
Yeah,
somebody give me a
I
hand?
assume he cut it free before he started to fight, because otherwise
Yeah.
that would have been like, you'd been knocking you all in the water.
Spinning around.
Yeah, like a teenage mutant ninja turtle.
Yeah, so I want to see what you're doing. I'll put your
Yeah.
hand and put him in the chest.
I also have those spells.
It's not an easy passage down, getting him down there with that, but the moment you step inside the chest, the boat visibly rises in the water.
I am having flashbacks to a few sessions ago, just thunk, thunk, thunk,
Yeah,
thunk,
it's that again.
Can we just
Yeah.
leave him on the top step?
Was it Senate last time that we thunked all?
No, I think it was.
It was
normal again.
Oh, it was normal.
Yeah.
Novel was
Oh yeah, his intelligence
We
was
should probably
zero,
just-
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Slowly having to think up lots of reasons why Norville has to be unconscious. Okay. Okay. So you put him in the thing, and it's not too far. There's only a good 50 feet before some sunken steps rise up out of the water. And there's a big stone door in front of you.
As soon as I get in the boat with them again, I'm going to turn to Steph, and there's a big snaky elephant in the room. Like, Steph, what was that?
That was my curse.
If you don't mind me saying, that's, as far as curses go, that's a pretty fucking awesome one. I once knew a man that pissed off a gypsy and ended up with like spots all over his face. That's pretty cool.
You have family?
Yeah, sort of.
Have you ever looked at them?
On occasion, I.
Perhaps I can make you some glasses.
Yeah, I don't
like just
That's actually a good idea.
yeah, like
Because then she could actually see where she's going.
like some shaded glasses or something. I don't know how powerful this curse is.
As you knock up against the steps, you go, I wish my price to be paid now. Through this door, up through the hollow bones, and you will sight the island.
Oh, you mean? Oh, all right. Yeah, I'll plant one on her.
Okay, do you remember the rest of it?
No.
You have to thank her for her service.
Oh yeah. I'll say that before then. I'll say thank you very much for everything you've done. I honestly don't think we would have done as well as we did, Norval not counting without you. And I'll kiss her hand as a thank you and then plant one right on her as a payment.
As you do so, she shudders, and like all the scales on her arms start to fall away. And there's like a visible, like, parts of her face start to crack, and the mask starts to slide down her face and turns to dust. And sat in the boat with you is a woman in her late 20s, long brown hair, piercing blue eyes. She goes, thank you.
That's all right. I'm just going to turn to Astariel and be like,
Eons
I
have
was
passed.
like,
power of the kiss. Yes.
So,
So are you coming with us now, Steph, or are you going to sit in the boat? You've got to go back. I mean, I'd be happy
My
if
time
you
of
insisted.
service is over.
Alright.
I will accompany you for what remains.
Alright.
so it was just his kiss that
And
that
thank you.
broke the curse. Oh, wow.
I mean,
It was harder in the days of Empire, when people knew what we were.
Right.
I mean, if we want to celebrate after this, there is a whole, like, town full of them.
So you say knew what you were?
Our sins.
Sins?
I would rather not discuss it.
Okay. That's fine.
Alright, shall we crack on? Cool. Because this is turned into a bit of an awkward moment.
Yeah,
Just a little bit.
Ezekiel is keeping watch on her because she was turned into that creature for a reason, and our fearless leader, without thinking of the consequences, has just freed her. So, yeah.
Edward's also keeping an eye on her, but for different reasons.
Yeah, I know.
Can you sense any change in him at all? As if some kind of
I mean, I'm probably-
transfer of magic.
Probably eking more pheromones right now.
Maybe not conscious.
Yeah.
You spot no. You think as a cleric, you know that there's ways to place curses on people to resolve
Oh.
Yeah.
It's
I
fine.
know, that's right.
curses. As a result,
Okay.
you
I think
you
it
think
mainly
it's
got
that.
me.
You think it's
Yeah,
just
I think
that
so.
he's removed the curse. He's met a condition.
So he's not transferred the curses?
No, he's just broken it.
Does a intelligence check or history check of 20 reveal like anything about this order of punishment?
You think that she is. The old empire had some strange ideas,
Right.
and one of them was like absolute punishment for even the smallest thing.
Okay.
These were she would have committed something that basically she either committed a minor crime and had like no representation, or she committed something horrific and had decent representation. But this was a kind of forced indentured servitude.
Yeah.
But the servitude, depending on the severity of the crime, depended on when it was okay to release them from this
Yeah.
state. But this punishment is designed so that if it's a really bad crime, they're immortal, so that they can pay several lifetimes worth of servitude.
Yeah.
Problem is, of course, if your empire collapses and some of these creatures still are
Yeah.
alive, then
Could it also be that they needed slaves or indentured servants, so they came
that
up
might
with-
absolutely be part of it.
Yeah.
The other part was different. Okay.
Socks wet.
So, yeah, there's just a big stone door in front of you.
I'll go up and have a look at it.
It's the whole wall is stone, but there are white like blocks of stone, and the wall is stone. The door itself is black, polished stone.
Any-
Two giant rings in it. One of the rings is broken, but you can still see the tentacles there.
Any writing on it?
No, none whatsoever.
No drawings, no engravings? or-
As you get closer, you notice that the perfect stone has been scuffed
Right.
over the years. There are like dent marks in it, and like claw marks and scratch marks. At least one seared bit right on the side where like something hot has hit the wall.
Can I, because I've probably dealt with raids and tomb robbing and things before, can I check for traps?
You can have a go.
Yeah.
Are you proficient in thieves' tools?
No. I'm not.
Okay.
But I can eyeball it.
Just be a dex check then. Yeah.
Dex.
Yeah.
Okay.
Be an investigation check.
Would it?
One of those. I'm going with dex.
Okay, cool.
Oh, Dex is fine with me because my Dex is +4, my investigation is -3, so
Give me a strength check. Okay.
15.
No.
No. I mean, there's no traps.
Okay. We're all clear.
Are you sure?
I am absolutely positive.
Have you done this kind of thing before?
Yeah, like when you're raiding tombs and pillaging and things, you've got to make sure that the previous owners haven't left anything you don't want before you.
Okay. It's hard to pull, but you manage to pull it back.
With my mighty strength of 8.
Yeah, you still manage to pull it, it's just hard work.
Okay.
And as you do, a skull rolls out of the doorway.
Do you say this place was called the Hall of Bones?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, there's one example.
Why-
Those who do not pass the test reside here.
And have we passed all the tests, or would it be like one?
That was the final test.
We're fine.
When you use the word reside, do you mean as in they are interred, or this is their
This is their
place of living? And they're dead, right? They're not walking around the dead.
I do, yeah.
Okay.
Shiny face.
Well,
You're a holy man. Can you tell if
shiny.
they're completely dead? His head's shiny.
That's why I agree. I was in the room. 60 foot undead.
There's no one in 64.
There's nothing here. I cast light down the tunnel.
You highlight so basically the tunnel is full of corpses. Some are ancient bones. There's like a stack. You're gonna have to wade through like waist deep bones. But there are newer corpses here too.
Fleshed.
Yeah, mostly rotted though. You don't think anyone's recently been here, but like within a couple of months. Someone's been here.
Can we tell where they've, like, is there like an entry point? Have they been like tripped down wells?
You think maybe it looks like they're piled higher at this end, like whoever puts them there can't be asked to wade through loads of bodies.
Is there anything unnatural about their deaths at all? Can we tell that?
The ones that have been dead look, I mean, you're going to have to wade through to get to some of them. From where you can see scratch marks and dent marks. One of them has just been torn in two. You think they probably pissed off the Cyclops.
Okay.
How many groups have you led here?
Each one of my sisters will take a group here. They're looking for passage to the further shores.
Okay.
Not all succeed, I assume.
Yeah, I think you can tell.
I have never been here though. It has never been my turn.
Shall we? Yeah,
Cool.
Go first.
Yeah, I'll just follow on.
Yeah, I'll stomp on first.
Okay. You wade through. Make me a perception check. 8. Okay. Keep wading. Who's next?
I think
I'm
probably-
gonna follow him.
Okay. You make me a perception check.
Of course.
Last time sort of going adjacent.
I'm gonna let you first.
Okay.
So, 13.
Here and there among the corpses, you just catch the like glitter of a gold coin, or like spot something that looks like it might be valuable, like a gem.
I go to look at the nearest one.
Okay.
Like, there's quite a lot of money in here.
Don't touch it.
What?
Don't touch it.
But there's like,
This is what we're here for, isn't it? We're here for gold and gems and money. That's kind of the
Do you
point.
value your life?
Yes, and it values probably quite a lot of this.
maybe we should trust the priest.
Why can't we touch it? Is it cursed?
Perhaps. This place is cursed.
There's this many dead bodies.
Yeah, but they all died back there. We beat that.
We don't know for sure.
All right, how about this? We'll carry on going, but if this ends up being it, we kind of need to take it.
Yeah,
All right.
I agree with that.
All right.
Okay.
I am going to sneakily pocket something.
Okay. Roll me d10.
Can I see if do I notice that?
No, you can make a sleight of hand.
I'll make a sleight of hand and then D10, or
Sleight of hand first.
Yeah.
okay, sleight of hand.
Perception.
10.
16.
Yeah. As far as you're concerned, you're busy like blessing every single corpse you pass.
This lifetime next.
Simba.
I'm glad you're behind us.
Yeah.
It's gonna take you ages.
When you're behind the ring.
Yeah, should we have a look?
When you're behind that one shopper that just wants to look at everything, but they've got like a pushchair.
I'm doing that thing where you're meant to like close the eyelids when they die, but there's just no eyelids. And you just have rubbing
It's just skulls. You're having to make cut out eyelids out of your clothes. I rolled a 9.
You don't you spot a potion bottle, like brown muddy water in it. As you get closer, you can see there's like a piece of flesh, like maybe a bicep or something in it, just like floating to the top of the surface. But it's definitely a potion of some kind.
What's it smell like?
Earth, like long rested earth.
Cool.
You put potion from all of those on your sheet.
Potion of all of those.
Yeah, until you identify it.
Yeah, obviously. Or just test it.
Yeah. As you go past, like lying on top of one of the things is a spellcaster, like a wizard of some kind. So cleaved in twain. He's kind of holding in one hand like a wand.
Yeah.
And then in the other hand is like like he had a spell book that he was obviously getting out at the time, and it's just like busted. Like it's been hit by an axe, so like there are pages everywhere.
Because I don't like the idea of wading through all these corpses, mage hand.
Yeah.
Bring me the wand, bring me the book.
Don't
touch it could be cursed.
Subtly.
Scorn.
Probably not.
Okay.
To be cool. Well, you know what? For the sake of it, let's see. Because I have the sleight of hand of nothing, and you can roll your perception again. That's a 16.
Yeah. The reason you don't find him is because you're busy telling him off. These two pieces of items just like float out from the wizard, the dead corpse.
What?
Does anything happen?
Did you want them?
So do you feel any different?
I'm just gonna walk.
I feel shame.
I'm just gonna walk.
Oh, I survive on shame, that's fine. So we can loot.
Okay.
And we'll head on first.
Ezekiel does like stop and ponder the potential like upsetting of Semet. But he's then also going to have a cheeky look at the spell book.
Fair enough. There's only 3 spells survive.
Okay.
They are Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Okay.
Damn it, Tasha.
I'm going to add them to my spell book now, but I know I need to sort them out. So. Laugh. Yeah.
Magic Missile.
Oh.
And Magic Mouth.
Okay.
That's
That
why
means
you're
you would be
so
able to use it
screaming.
whenever now, Mark.
When I have to spend the time and the money to transcribe them into my spell book, and then it's an optional spell that I can prepare.
Okay,
At the
you
beginning
can
of
start
it,
not prepared for day, right?
Yes.
Right, fair enough.
What does the wand look like?
It looks like it's very strange. It's long and thin, but then the end that you hold is shaped like the end of a question mark.
Okay.
And the other end is like it looks like it could be a riddler out. Like you hold the question mark and then the dot at the end is
Right.
connected.
Okay.
Is there any jewellery lying around close by?
There is a bandolier.
One of them?
Like a.
Fair enough.
It's not jewelry, it's not.
I'll grab it. I was more looking for something to like flirt with. But yeah.
There's a series of gemstones.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's around.
I'll grab the bandolier though.
As you do, pull away, and there are 2 like green potions on the end of it. Clanking.
You You made your choice. You live with it.
You want to lose stuff.
Is everyone just picking up stuff?
Yeah. Absolutely gone from like respect to looting.
We earned this. Have you, Phil? This is what being a pirate is about.
I'm gonna run up after Sema, who's like, I'd say strode off, but has waded through bones off.
Sadly.
Blessings to you. Blessings to you.
Sema, are there any offerings or rites we should do to thank these fallen for the use of their belongings?
No.
Ruby-doo too, thanks for the loot. Let's go.
I've no.
Very well.
I'm just gonna keep waiting.
Okay, cool.
It's a shame you're not picking any of this stuff up, so there's some nice watches.
I'm like, I love this one.
The tunnel.
It's a bit more modern.
The tunnel takes once you stop looting, the tunnel takes a massive, like, sharp incline upwards, and you feel like you're climbing a ramp of some kind, old stone ramp. And as you reach the halfway point, you can see the ceiling is going with you, and then daylight hits you as you.
We're still wading through corpses.
What are you doing with the boat?
I thought we
Oh, we
tied.
left
We
it.
left it, yeah.
Did we get to the other side and find out that there's some water by any chance?
Yeah.
Right. You think we're going back for the boat?
Is this chest heavy as well?
Yeah.
Oh.
Who's carrying the chest? Are you carrying it?
It'll be in the
I'm guessing
boat.
since I met, we left it in the boat. Let's be honest.
Left it there. So yeah, it's going to be a hell of a drag to drag that up the ramp.
It's alright, we've all got rope, and we
Yeah.
can...
It's possible.
How long is it going to take them to drag it up? Enough for a short rest?
No.
Because we wouldn't be resting. What do you mean they? You're helping.
And not if it was a long, not if we thought it would take long enough for
30
short
minutes.
rest. So short rest
It's fluid,
is an
really.
hour,
Yeah, it is.
which is ridiculous.
We could mercer it.
It's up to you. It's your game, mate.
You could take a arduous rally, which is you get half from your head guys.
It's not my hit dice that I care about. It's the arcane recovery.
Oh, you don't get any of that.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Come on, let's
Yeah.
just drag this thing.
Okay. When you drag the boat to the top, as you come to the top, you can see like the water is just lapping. You think this where you're coming into used to be an ancient amphitheatre,
Yeah.
but it's all underwater.
Okay.
You just see the top step. Across the way, though, maybe 2 miles distance, but you can see it because it's just black water from here to there, is a coastline. I mean, when we talk island, like,
We're talking more like
we're
Ireland.
talking like England, yeah.
Yeah.
And you can see like a verdant coastline, which is, you've been dealing nothing grey and darkness for the past week, and there's just this green coastline in front of you.
Is the egg doing anything?
No.
Okay.
Although it's still warm from last time,
Okay.
like life has spurned in it.
Okay.
Wow.
In that case, then, as I'm not quite sure what it is like bundled up to try and keep warmth in.
Yeah, cool.
You're going to hold it like a togepi.
No.
Oh, okay.
Because if this thing turns out to be a togepi, we're having scrambled togepi.
Good to know.
Togepi was the most annoying plot device in any TV show ever.
Well, we could talk forever about how annoying moments in that show were. Like how Pikachu had some form of memory loss after each season. Do the thing! I can't remember how to do the thing.
The real problem I have with it is that it seemed to be a show about Pokemon. Yeah.
See?
Okay, let's move on.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah. Subtle burn. Nice one, dear.
I tried.
Yeah.
You're my favourite DM.
It was like,
I mean,
endless.
second foot, damn it. I want inspiration.
Okay, so, yeah, what's the plan?
Where am I meant to be going? Because I have completely forgotten.
Well,
What
Well,
are you looking for, right?
Yeah.
Looking for the lair of the Morcar.
Yeah.
That's the one, sorry, I haven't had a drink in a while.
Which?
Hey, is Seth still about, isn't she?
Yeah.
So where's this lair? You said it was like just after the trials. Do you know
Under that island.
under the island?
That narrows it down.
Ezekiel's sort of nodding. According to the legends.
Oh, I'd have to use some diving again, aren't I?
Yeah, you're gonna be our bait. Okay.
Bait. Don't like that word.
Unless there are subterranean passages that we could take to get there.
Well, I better get some rest then if we're...
The thing is, we could have a quick rest, but we do still have the brain fart. What's the name of the ship that's after us?
Sea Harvester.
Sea Harvester is soon to be barreling down on the Risk Taker. If they might be waiting for us to just come out with the loot, but they might also get bored and come and find
I
us.
don't feel like that.
What time of day is it?
You went in, it was kind of mid-afternoon when you went in.
How far away does that
Well,
island look?
But like, it's weird, it looks like it's morning.
Oh, it's morning here. Alright.
The island is, it's only 2 miles away, so
Okay.
it's totally rollable to
Yeah.
within a certain, like a set, within the day. if that makes sense.
I understand the need for expediency, but I am
Knackered.
well drained. That I have no spells left.
So
So
what we can do is just get in the boat, take turns while everyone else has a bit of a kip.
Yeah, until we get
there
there.
is also the fact that depending on how long it takes to find the lair, we could be here for days.
Well, then that's why we need to. If we need to, then we'll camp up. But for now, we keep moving.
Fine.
At least if we keep going, it gives us a bigger head start on the orcs.
He's right. Let's go.
Come on then, let's crack on.
So we were just getting in the boat.
We're dragging it to the shoreline, and then yeah.
Yeah.
Getting in the boat and rowing away.
And we did pick up the chest, didn't we?
I
Now?
thought that was just in the boat.
Yeah.
In the boat.
Unless otherwise mentioned, we're going to be nice about that.
I have secured the chest to the boat.
We also have to
Absolutely the boat.
We also have to remember which way back we're going because we do have our friend still moored up.
Key in mind.
Oh no, he's in the
Chest
chest.
and chest.
Key in mind.
Oh yeah, you can remember exactly where we're going.
Yep.
As you get closer to the island, something strange happens. Before you've been following tides, something that stops happening. There's like a bubbling. You can see the water from near the island sort of separates out. There's no waves. It's like water is upward, moving upwards from the ground.
Like a
So
little
it's like a
bit.
slight spring, like a spring.
That could be the tunnel nearby.
Maybe. The boat starts to sort of drift. You have to fight it, and
Yeah.
it sort of drifts out of. And who's rowing?
I
I
guess
can
you
row.
are.
Yeah, I can row. I'm not.
Okay. Maybe athletics.
I will need a rest at some point, but I'm looking out. Natural 20.
Cool. You're aware of it before it happens, and you manage to yell out. But as you steer it into one of the pieces, one of the sort of eddies of the water, you realise the boat's going under. Like there's almost like a not a whirlpool, but like some kind of downdrag that you weren't expecting. And instantly, almost there's something goes on where almost the world turns sideways, and then you're pitching the boat.
Things go
striking
sideways.
straight down.
Yeah.
You say things go
Things
sideways.
go sideways. Tom, if you're watching this, things go sideways.
If you're not watching this, why are you watching this?
When I'm watching this. The boat sort of drills itself through the water. You manage to yell out in time for anyone to hang on, so unless anyone's not hanging on with a crit, then pretty much say don't go on for having to make athletics checks.
You're welcome.
I have no strength, if anything.
Everyone fine with that?
Yep.
Yep, okay, cool. The boat, it shoots straight under,
I'll grab onto Steph, make sure she's
travelling way faster than it has any right to. Anyone on a corner? You're just
Yeah.
trained in it. You don't have to make a roll.
Okay.
If you're trained in it, you know there's something magical going on. It's
Okay.
not a natural.
Yeah, because the first thought would be like, this isn't physics.
Yeah, it isn't physics.
Science!
And you're dragged straight down.
Neither science guy.
And you shoot underwater. You manage to get your goggles on in time.
Yeah.
And you see the boat travels very quickly into a channel and down into the rock and then through and then spins again. And now you think you're upside down, traveling along the top of a cavern with everyone hanging on. And then it spins again and goes up, like literally like that.
This is
Beat your
how.
heart.
I was just going to say, has everybody got their wrist back?
Yes.
Got that fast pass.
At this point, everyone is going to have to make a Constitution save to hold their breath.
Or to stop.
Not me.
Not you, no.
I'm drowning.
Okay. Take a big gulp of water. Is it both of you?
I rolled a 1.
Okay.
Can I roll one?
Yeah.
That's a 1.
You're like, wow!
10.
Yeah. It's just the joy of it.
Constitution.
You're okay. No, you're fine.
Is there a check
Take
or
the
a save?
opportunity to give them some air.
In a minute, yeah.
Okay.
Check or a save?
It's a save.
Okay, 20.
Yeah, you two are right. It's just him. He takes a big gulp.
Well, piss.
No, just water, actually.
Sound like Squidward.
Yeah, what's your Constitution?
My constitution is 10.
Yeah, he's drowning. What do you want to do?
I kind of like take, like,
Okay.
unscrew the pipe and just
Do the
Okay, that requires you to take a hand off the boat, so make me an athletics check.
do the Robin Williams hook mermaid
Because you're
thing.
literally travelling up a waterfall.
Yeah, true.
An underwater waterfall.
Is Steph holding her breath okay? Like, is she?
Yeah, she's
just 12.
down. 12.
Yeah.
You look at Steph and there is something going on with her. She looks weak. 12. Yeah, you managed to reach back and ram the thing in. Thing is, you've got water in there, so you're like, now you're like, because it's breathing apparatus.
I mean, I'm dying. I've got a little drop of water.
What do you do?
I've got a breathing apparatus in my mouth. I still think I'm drowning.
Maybe a strength save?
A strength save?
Yeah.
Fuck you, sir. That's 9 off of a 10.
Do I see him struggling?
Yeah.
Choking?
He's letting go of the boat.
I kick him in the gut, try and get the water out.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not holding on to the boat.
do-
Medicine line?
I can do high.
Medicine is not high.
Roll
It's
it
a
anyway.
+1.
Yeah.
3.
3. Kick him in the head. He just leaves. He goes in the head and leaves the boat. But he is travelling with you, and you bob to the surface.
I'm just going to try and
There's like a cave pool, and he goes floating face down. What does anyone
I'm
want
going
to
to do a
do?
medicine check and try
He's
and
face. He's dying. He's dying.
Let's pick him up.
Healing man.
He's face down.
Yeah.
I grab him out of the water and healing word.
Okay.
In fact, no. Cure wounds. We'll do that. Hit wounds down.
D8 plus.
Yeah.
One that merits out taking no hit points.
And
It's 2, 5.
okay, you go. No, and immediately they start drowning you because you're still full of water.
Do you want me to kick him again?
And then I'm going to bang him in the chest.
Right. Okay. Now make a medicine check.
Okay. 15.
Okay, you drive a fist into his gut and it just makes him vomit violently. You stagger about a bit to shore and like fall over. Did you already lose possessions?
My glasses?
They're gone.
Right.
Make a perception check at disadvantage.
Okay.
Well, a blind Ezekiel is quickly trying to get his pack off of his back
Yeah.
because he's got spell books and other books in there that are assumably wet now.
Did you not think about that when you went on a boat?
You are drenched from head to toe.
Boats don't normally go under the water. And he's just like frantically like trying to find everything and just get it out.
All of this has happened in about
Yeah.
10 seconds. So as long as you get the books out now and lay them out, wait a while, maybe grab the occasional page, you should be alright.
D&D rice.
I just like how this lad.
Vegetation would take care of
That's
this.
what I say.
I just like how this lad wants to go on a ship and doesn't think he's going to get wet.
Yeah. This is all what she just
And everyone was laughing.
jumps out of the
He
book.
doesn't go out of the book
laugh, I didn't
and
laugh.
onto the floor, he goes out of the book, and if I can, into Evan's face.
Into his head.
Evan's face.
He's looking at the book, and the water, like,
He
the
just
book
snaps.
swells up, the paint spells up, and then the water just goes. And his book is dry. Yeah.
That's fine. Here, Flick.
Fair enough. You just start it out.
I'm used to getting wet. I'm a pirate.
Can you see what you're doing? The pages are all mixed up.
No.
Where are your glasses?
One would presume, and I point at the ground, thinking I'm pointing at the sea.
Hey, Helix can probably make some more glasses, right?
They're over there.
What's your prescription? I've got some lenses.
Apparently they're colourblind prescription because he thinks the ground is the sea.
At this point, the rest of you all look around.
I want to check on what's her face as well.
She's fine.
She's fine, yeah.
Yeah, she's staggered.
I'm like, are you alright?
It's okay. She's looking a bit older than she was.
You're not looking at your peak.
It's fine.
I mean, I'm still into it.
You're in a cavern. It's vast. Like the ceiling is not miles above you, but like 100 feet above you. And it's wide. And you appear to be in a pool, and then rocks kind of rise up all around you, and it's like a shale beach, dirt and mud, silt.
We see where we came from.
You just came, like the pool just drops away, like below you. You've kind of come up a wild spring or something.
Can I grab a rock or one of Ezekiel's possessions or something, litter, and drop it to see what happens?
Yeah, just whoop, and then bobs to the surface again.
We might have a problem. How are we going to get back now?
I'm currently arranging tools and preparing to make some glasses, so I'm not really listening.
We have a bigger problem. Who's got his tools?
I'm just like...
I mean, we can still go. Can we still go forward? Or-
Yeah, I
We
mean,
can keep going. But
if you climb, you can hear noises off in the caverns below. Like you're just in a dell at the moment, like almost like a crater that ends in a thing. If you imagine like a rock ball but massive, that's what you're kind of in, and then you can hear noises.
What's the environment that we can see around us?
Just rock at the moment.
Any holes of anywhere? Or?
I mean, as you at the top, you can see that the cavern goes away in all directions.
And we can, where the voices come from?
Somewhere off to the east.
Well, one should assume that we should try and move forward and worry about getting back if we survive.
I will say one thing, I'm glad we looted that place before. I'm not letting this go.
Let's just move on, shall we?
I love his annoyed face. He's so pretty.
Cool.
Right, let's crack it. Actually, you know what? Before we deal with the voices, do we want to have a rest? Because we didn't get one.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've got to make some glasses now.
Do you happen to have glass on you?
I have lots of different types of lenses because it's like focusing.
Okay.
Turns out you're wearing two empty potion bottles tied with wire.
Hey, I'm better than that. Come on.
He's also put chrome on it.
I'm happy to watch guys when you guys rest. I'm not that tired. I can do
That
that.
just made me.
Yeah, I could do with a short rest.
Okay, you can take a short rest here.
Yeah.
Cool.
The noises continue. That's fine. It's a continual noise, like.
Feel like it's getting closer?
No, it just remains at a distance, but it's a lot of people.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not good.
Can we tell what kind of voices they are?
They're just conversational, you think. It's more like a throng though than a.
Okay.
And occasionally you hear other noises like. There's like at least one banging of metal on metal.
Amazing, I can recover one.
What's the
Level
At
pitch?
one point you hear the peal of a bell.
What's the pitch of voices? They're quite high pitched, they're quite low pitched.
It's hard to separate one voice out.
Is it a cacophony, like,
I mean,
like
yeah.
a crowded room?
Yeah, that's the best way to describe it. Travelling down.
Yeah.
The voices sound like a mixture of men and women at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a city?
Can Are you okay with me making him some glasses and taking a short rest, or do I?
No, because I want disadvantage on everything. I want disadvantage on everything eye-based, because it'll be hilarious.
But if you don't want him to make glasses, you can just tell him that you don't want glasses.
Oh no, Ezekiel does. Matt just likes the idea of everything requiring his
In that
eyes.
case, no. You've got a choice.
I've got to choose.
Yeah.
I'd make the glasses then, because I'm just so happy to be making something.
To be useful in this group.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Just like,
You're such a nice guy.
just terribly bad at it. That's all.
Cool. Okay. You make some
So I'm
glasses.
making the glasses.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Sleight of hand, sensitivity work.
Arcana.
Okay, am I making some awesome glasses here?
We'll see.
That is
Plus
plus my
my
proficiency, so it's going to be 22, because I double it.
22.
Yeah.
Okay. They are some badass glasses. They work like glasses. The lenses are different sizes, but they somehow work.
Right. Thank you.
No problem.
Like bifocal and everything. It's awesome.
If you tilt your head downwards, you'll be able to see, like, you'll be able to read your books easier as well. Like, it's got, like,
Tips his head downwards.
like
I'm happy to admit he's right.
Thank you.
How do they look aesthetically?
Oh, they're awful.
charisma minus
Literally,
2.
one is like that, like a bar of glass, and the other one is a circle. Not that big.
Straws of tape.
Just like Spider Jerusalem.
But I made them in like 2 hours flat.
Yeah.
At the bottom end of like a glass bottle.
It's like an hour for a short rest.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, we're only taking an hour.
Cool. Okay. So you can see. You look awful.
Yeah. I mean,
They slightly hurt your nose.
You can see, but we wish we couldn't.
aesthetics do not matter to Ezekiel.
I like the idea that you started like really pristine, and by the end of this campaign you're just gonna look like a madman. Okay.
I'm internally feel validated that my modules were better than his now.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't say a word, but he was just
I changed
like,
the classes.
right. You can make
He took
classes.
nature studies.
Cool. So what is the plan here?
He's got a full snack bar behind him. There's no books, it's just snacks.
Totally
Oh, we're in a cabin.
not sponsored by Ringgles.
Yeah.
That was Ringles, folks, just to avoid me.
Probably move towards the voices.
Sneakily.
Is there only one way out of the cabin? That's a question, like.
Yeah, if you climb up to the top, you reckon you could go in any way.
But out of this part, on the floor.
I mean, yeah, it's climbable. Unless you're an absolute idiot, you can go to the top.
You met us, right?
Yeah.
The
No, that's the way to
mathematics.
roll. As long as you take your time, you're okay.
Okay. Well, do we want to go and see what the voices are?
I think so, but
You seem to be competent at that. At least you were with our friend over there.
I mean, for the most part, yeah.
Well,
It worked out.
You didn't tell us that you fell in, did you?
No, I didn't.
No.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was amazing. Isn't that right, Steph? That was awesome.
Yes.
Cool, see, she said it. So you said, do you want me to scout ahead? Is that what you're saying?
Is that all right?
Because I'm happy to, that's fine. Yeah, I'll scout ahead.
Okay.
At least you can come and help me this time.
Yeah, climbing up is literally like, it's like going rock crawling. It's not like climbing a mountain. As you put to the top, the cabin goes out for as far as you can see. Just ages and ages. It's like a vast underground, what might be sea, like you can see the shoreline.
Yeah.
And sat in the middle of this cavern is a town. But it's the oddest town you've ever seen. It's full of, like, each building is individual. Like a vast spire sits down by the edge. There's a building entirely made of glass. One is, like, there's an entire row of different temples. And then one just made of pubs. Yeah, it's like someone like it's a town made by like a kid who wants to get all of the sets, and there's just different architectural styles. haphazardly placed next to each
It's like
other.
Manchester.
Yeah, or Stoke.
Yeah.
Let's go to
across the
Manchester.
pond. It's worth a visit.
Stoke's worth a visit, just to show you go. This was obviously an architect's training ground. What you also notice is that like there's people moving around, going about their day in the middle of this cavern, but there are random mishmash of people. There are races and cultures you have not seen. Even from here, you can tell. Like there's at least one creature that is a dragon. Looks like a dragonborn. It has wings, and there's one creature you can see that it looks like it's like a tiny golem, like a machine creature that's moving around, selecting stuff, arguing with somebody, and walking off.
So I'm going to go down a little bit. You lot might want to come and have a look at this.
I'll follow you.
Yeah.
Make the intelligence check. Yeah, just straight intelligence.
That's 19.
As you come up into the cavern, you see the arrangement on this like dirty soil. It takes you back to the vision in the crystal ball of all the quills arranged in order. Something just very familiar about the way the two places were laid out. Yeah, as you see what I described before.
I mean, I think on the scoreboard it's one for Ezekiel. But also, what the fuck is this place?
Mechanical creatures.
There's everything here. There is a whole street of pubs.
History?
Pardon?
History to kind of get an idea of styles and whatnot.
No.
And yeah, basically, is there anything noticeable architectural styles for the other places in the world? Correct.
Absolutely, there are that. In fact, a few of these buildings are famous missing buildings.
Right.
But also,
Would Nobby Knobs and Sergeant Cole are not guarding them that night?
yeah, exactly. But all, like the Wandering Tower of Inverness is there.
Well, you know where it's
I'm sorry, that's not a wandering tower. Okay.
And they did indeed.
Again, this is where it wandered.
But also there are buildings here that are vastly out of character with any civilization you've ever known.
Do I recognise anything from mine?
There are pyramids, at least one.
What's the
Maybe someone planted a bean.
What's the sort of like yeah. What's the sort of like surrounding this town? Like how is it? Is it like what's on the? Is there like a ceiling to it? Or?
So this cavern is big enough to house the entire town.
How big is this?
I am terrible with distance, but we're talking like the size of. This is no one's going to get this in the reference, but it's like it's as big as Nottingham.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Quite big.
Yeah.
Quite big.
Yeah. But it's no Manchester.
Looks like Manchester.
See, with one
Size
presence
of
was the Manchester audience back.
They haven't got computers yet.
Does it look and act like a normal city that we would expect to look?
From where you are, you can see there's no. Without getting closer, it's very difficult to tell, but there are merchants. There's very obviously an argument going on between this machine man and what looks to be a halfling merchant.
Well, to be fair, if there's a row of pubs, this very well could be like a street of pubs.
True.
Now that I've sort of had this memory triggered, does it look a bit like the cavern I saw in the...
Yeah, it looks a bit like the cavern in stone is the same.
Right, so this looks like it could be the place.
Yeah.
Well,
There are famous missing buildings here. These are architectural styles from all over the world, and even ones that don't exist.
Are we just tired? Is this like some kind of illusion? Is it like...
I mean, I've been drunk before, but I've never been this drunk. I think this is real.
Okay.
It is.
I'm sure there are recognisable races down there as well, aren't there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, there's the halfling merchant, for example.
Yeah.
It's not going to be balanced.
No.
Right. Okay.
Well, I think tactics have changed. Do we go and ask around about the lair?
This is very.
Is this the lair? Can we at least go for a drink?
Each of the pubs is very different in style.
Do
Do we have time for a pub crawl?
Is that always time?
you think it's a good idea?
I don't know what our other option is. At the very least, maybe they know how to get out again.
I think we should go in there. I really want to go in there.
Are there any
It will be hard to go out
there
the
any
end of the
races?
cavern. There is an end to the cavern, but it will be hard to go past without attracting attention.
I mean, they don't
Do
look.
it. It's-
Does it look from here like there's many patrols or like it's heavily guarded?
There is there's wants to be one patrol that's like doing a circuit of the town, but they don't seem to be particularly like it's a wagon and there are people sat on it, and then like what looks to be some kind of cow-like creature, not quite a cow, like it looks like a cow, but then its back end looks like it might be a skunk.
So it's like PCSOs.
Yeah, that's my friend's business.
No,
But yeah, it is.
No, I don't mean like that. I meant as in like
they're local law enforcement rather than
yeah, that's what I meant. I wasn't being so.
He wasn't calling them cow skunks.
Wow, doesn't
Please don't shut me down. That's not what I meant.
Well, I think that's good. It kind of works.
Are there any of our races there? And like, if we entered the town, would we look suspicious? Just gauging from what we can.
Looking at this town, there is no such thing as
Yeah.
suspicious.
That's just one round.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna start walking in. Or trying to get in.
Just. Is there by like as he was just looking at after what Edward said? It's like maybe they know the way out. Is it kind of like they're here because they have to be? Like.
From this distance, it's hard to tell.
No.
We can find out.
I mean, there are people going about their daily business.
It's alright, Ezekiel was just thinking that this random eclectic collection is probably here because they have been dragged here as well.
I did think that, but
Yeah.
I didn't think that. So,
So my character's sort of striding off. She's very
Okay.
much like single-minded walking
Yeah.
down.
Okay.
someone drew it. It's fine. Let's go.
As you approach, you see the wagon. It's being pulled round and it has 4 people on it. One is a man dressed head to toe in like rags, grey rags, and then on his head he has a hat that resembles a squid, and it's like sewn so that it's got like bits coming down.
I think I have one first.
And then he's got filed teeth, and chained to him on 2 hooks around his neck are 2 huge hyena-like creatures. They're like
Are they novels?
maybe.
Yeah.
You've never seen one, so you don't know.
Yeah.
They're hunched over, red-eyed, kind of looking around. And then sat with them is like a creature that is basically a square box about that big, with a face on it with like googly eyes, tiny wings on the back, and it's just writing.
So it's not made of jello, is it?
Occasionally it goes and sparks slightly.
Kind of.
No, it's a metal box.
Okay. Gelatinous cube.
No,
Cube
it's
flat
not-
tracks. I think we've all had them.
It's not a sentient gelatinous cube, no.
Be careful about pyramids.
You can maybe knowledge religion checks if you want to find out what that is.
Religion.
Does it matter if I'm not trained in it?
20.
You can maybe a check, it's just less
But I don't think I know. 10.
20.
20 religion.
That creature is a Modron, a creature like a very low level servant of law. They basically function on order alone.
So, what I can gauge from his actions, he's just describing what's happening.
You think so, yeah.
I'll just express that.
Yeah, occasionally the squid-like hatted guy like turns to the box and just says some words to it and it writes stuff down.
Okay.
And the 2 hyena things just like snarl but don't look too aggressive. They're not like barking or anything.
Should we ask these chaps?
Yeah, sure. After you.
Hey-o!
The cart comes, yeah! And the cart comes to a stop. Hi, new friends! And he stands, and the 2 hyenas.
Cool.
Don't mind them, they're harmless. Like every dog owner.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I kind of like go to pet it and then like just withdraw, like decide not to straight away.
As you do so, it reaches into the car and hands you a pamphlet.
Thank you.
It's written in common.
Okay, I'm gonna have a look at the pamphlet.
So, you are a prisoner of the Morkov.
No.
Here is how the rest of your life will go.
Welcome to the labyrinth.
Is it serious?
That's exactly what it says.
I found the Morkov, guys.
Welcome!
Hey.
Oh, what do you mean we're prisoners of a Morkov? What?
The great beneficial squid god has chosen you to become part of his people.
Oh no.
So,
I have a theory.
I didn't make any choices here. We're just gonna step out. Just...
Feel free to step back and discuss with yourselves amongst the groups, and eventually realize with crushing inevitability that you are here forever.
how long have you
Good
been?
to you. I was born here.
Oh.
Well, at least now we know why they've got so many pubs.
I am a 5th generation Parkatheon.
close to town. That's nice.
Looking at the walls, are they like of the cabin? Are they definitely made of stone?
You think so, yeah?
Alright, they're not made of some sort of like inside of a beast.
You don't think so?
Okay.
You don't think so?
It's not like a Pinocchio type deal, is it?
Do you get people
I have
coming in
nature.
often?
Not often. Yeah, you think it's stone.
Right.
You're just messing with poverty.
Have you had anyone come here recently other than us? You know, maybe in the last 50 years?
In the last 50 years, of course! We've visited a vast array of places in the last 50 years. And people come in maybe every couple of months.
Any dragons?
Oh, I'm sure there are plenty of dragons, but they're not in this location.
Where would I find them?
They'd be down in the vaults.
Can I go down there?
I would suggest not.
Is it forbidden or just?
It is forbidden!
Oh, right.
Well, sorry, just hello. To interrupt and ask a question. You said you've been many places in implying that this moves.
The island swims between worlds, as does the Morkov.
It does.
Indeed.
How does it move between?
We've
planes?
lost him.
That's,
Is it
I am given
an
5
actual
minutes.
I am not of a high enough circle to understand the beneficiaries of the squid god.
Oh God, it's one of those sort of cults.
Who can I talk to about understanding more about the
Do we need to buy more
Morkov?
I would try Chapel Row. All the chapels on Chapel Row have been converted to the great worship of the squid god.
Yeah, how many more products do you have to pay for to reach the next circle?
I have to at least meet 50 more guests. And then I will be bumped up to Scholar Inordinate. And I will be finally free of these gnolls.
That's what they all say, mate.
And the gnolls.
I believe we're best suited going to Chapel Row. They will probably have the information we require.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
I don't care anymore.
he's lost. So where's this Morkov chap?
The Morkov!
Yes.
We don't see him except occasionally when he deposits a new building.
Okay.
But his rules are law, written by the 1st generation.
What laws are these?
Thou shalt not enter the vaults. Thou shalt not think about leaving. Thou shalt not leave.
Why are there dragons?
Enjoy thyself. I have provided a bounty.
What's the problem if you think about leaving?
As long as you like wine, fungus, and gravel pig, you will be happy.
One out of those 3 is fine.
What's
Not
the
fan of
one we
wine.
have of?
Fungus and gravel pig.
I'm gonna say that.
It's not vegan wine then.
No.
Why are the vaults forbidden?
They contain the great treasures of the Morkov, that it is collected from the multiverse.
Just so that we... Just so that we don't... Because we're new here, as you know. we don't want to make a bad impression. So what area do we avoid so we don't end up stumbling into
Gates
the
of
vault?
the town.
Okay.
The vaults are guarded.
Okay.
A series of gatekeepers and trusted custodians are the only ones allowed near them.
Where are these?
And whereabouts
gates?
is that? Because I don't want to accidentally go near them and get told off.
I'm afraid to know that you have to be the 5th circle.
Circle 1. Well, I've just put myself back together.
In a week, you're
To
gonna
enter the
have
5th circle, you have to have been born here.
But you were born here.
I know, but I'm from the other criteria. But no one of a first generation outsider is allowed in the 5th circle. So my suggestion to you, if you would like to know the locations of such gates, is start having children.
I was born here.
Don't look at me.
I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at Steph.
What check?
I'm doing
Deception.
what
Check. You look weird enough.
Deception.
Deception.
Yes. So that's a 2.
A test from the Morcar. No, you were not, sir. You were not, but well done. Just write that down, Box. The Box looks confused for a minute and writes it down.
Just so you're aware, he scored a 2, but he rolled a 4.
Is that good?
Thank you. We're gonna go now.
Feel free. Enter the city and never leave.
Okay. Out of interest, where would we find like a level 5 circle
In the chapels.
chapels? Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Ezekiel is.
Do you have any wine on you, by the
I do
way?
not have any wine on me, but wine is purchasable in the chapels. Also, in the first few months of acclimatization, it is normal to feel sorrowful. You should know that a variety of mood-dampening funguses are available for purchase.
Are they in the chapel as well?
Yes, you can also purchase items via Watchit. As long as you do enough in the city, then we can provide for you.
Why do I feel like that cube is writing the Hitchhiker's Guide to Never Leaving Ever Again?
The cube looks really confused.
Chapel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ezekiel is already gone.
Sneaky fucker.
Chapel, chapter, up.
You shouldn't give them the glasses.
No.
Yeah. At least if we need to ask around, we'll know who to ask for.
The town is a weird series of insanities.
Right.
As you get close, you realise that firstly, there's almost no pure races here.
Yeah.
Like, those pure races don't add up. Like, there's one elf
Yeah.
and maybe one tiefling, for example. But then you can tell that, like, these individual peoples have bred.
Yeah.
And through the generations, the racial differences have become to normalise. So you get people who are like a quarter dwarf and 2/3 tiefling.
Yeah.
So the entire city is just full of you going,
I mean, it makes sense. If you're stuck in a place for
Right, yeah.
long enough, you're just gonna
yeah.
keep busy, aren't you?
It's a
Yeah.
dwarf with pointy ears.
Yeah, everyone is strange. There's not one like but there are standards, but they aren't outliers almost. But what it means is no one looks too funny. At
Even
all.
Ezekiel.
Even with his glasses.
Even me.
Yeah.
You still
In your fish gear. Yeah.
Oh, it's Fishman Joe! In like 3 months' time. Hello!
I'm feeling you have trouble getting me out of this place.
But yeah, it's an interesting reflection of wonder.
Is there any strange wildlife on the way?
It's less diverse here,
Right.
but obviously there's certain creatures that have come to dominate here. So you can see that people don't use horses here.
Yeah.
There's a kind of giant flightless bird that resembles an ostrich, but looks more pissed off.
Have I ever seen one of them before?
Is that
No.
impossible?
I was going to say ostriches are usually pretty pissed off.
Yeah, there's a guy riding it. There's a series of them though. Like one guy's
It's
training.
not called a bocacho, is it?
Right.
So yeah,
So what's probably happened then is Ezekiel started off before everyone else and then saw these strange huge bird creatures and has stopped and is engaging the person who seems to be owning them as to what they are with an open book and a quill.
And asking do they lay eggs?
He seems to be some combination of lizard man and human.
Yeah.
Are you interested in the axe beaks? Would you like to purchase one?
Well, it is an axe beak. That sounds dangerous.
Can be, if handled poorly. Their blades then beat something sharp and shatter armor.
Oh.
They're also good for digging, which you will need to do.
Oh, how much is an axe beak?
What do you have to trade?
Barter system.
Good lord.
Fascinating.
Yeah, literally. Books.
Books. I do not read. But if you go to the library and trade the books,
You have a library.
then they will give you chits, and I will have chits, food chits for forever.
So, where's the library?
The library is in the center of the town.
That way?
Yes.
It was very nice to meet you.
And you.
And then I'm going to the library. I have forgotten about the cathedral.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Do any of us, are any of us supposed to have to see where he goes, or is he too far ahead?
No, he's only a couple of steps ahead. He does.
So I might call up to him, like, where are you going? We're going to the chapel.
There's a library.
We're stuck here for the rest of our lives. You can go read
we've
later.
got time, yeah.
But
Now,
there's
We shouldn't get separated, come on, just stay together.
a library.
We can
do you know how much I want to go to the pub right now?
We'll go there later, I
About as
promise.
much as I want to go to the library?
Yes, but I'm sobering up. I'm getting cranky.
Come on, Ezekiel, we'll go to the library later. We're stuck here for eternity, apparently.
Fine. Go to the temple.
Okay.
I'm sad.
Who's trained in perception?
I am.
Who took it as a?
No.
Me too.
Can you guys do perception checks?
It's cocked. Oh no, I don't. Maybe it's not cocked. It was cocked, but it may have not been cocked. I don't know if
Just
that's...
re-roll it.
Yeah,
Just
fine.
Oh,
Can't say any cock.
So you're right.
well, that's
12.
7.
You're being followed badly.
Is it the guy from before?
No, it's this giant woman, like dressed in like pelts, and on her back is like a club made of different bits of reindeer antlers. She's got like a top knot. She looks like maybe she's like half ogre, maybe, and she's like following you. Got like a furrowed brow, slightly grey skin.
Is Steph still with us, by the way?
I'm doing, mate. Pardon?
Is Steph still with us?
Yeah, she's kind of. She's slowing down.
Okay. If I notice that, I might go and ask her if she's...
Looking even older now.
There's a grey tint to her.
I'm going to ask her if
What's
she's
that thing?
alright,
It's
and
not.
if there's anything I can do.
As we, I notice we're being followed. As we turn another corner, I'm gonna hang back and see if I can just climb up somewhere to kind of get to where her head
Are you
height
telling
might
anyone
be.
else about this?
No, because I want her to be bathed.
Okay.
Just so
he
we're
breaks off from the group.
I'm just kind of going to do that thing where you hang back and be at the back.
Okay.
And I want to kind of climb somewhere so where I can be perched where her head would
Make
be.
me an athletics check quickly.
14.
Okay.
And then draw my bow.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything? Because he kind of drops back.
Turning around and looking at what he's doing.
I think my potential's too preoccupied on Steph right now.
I'm kind of just following those guys and what.
Right. She turns a corner, like into your bow. You're not being subtle about it.
Nope. Hello, love.
And they're like,
She seems to be thinking over the situation. The period of thinking extends for quite some time.
I'll give you a minute.
hello? Don't mind him, he's lacking in social graces.
No, this lovely lass here decided to follow us, and I want to know why.
What's in bow?
Death,
Iron?
at least.
At this point, I'm going to load my gun.
She's still doing the math.
Thunder, I'm going to point to him. Fire, point to you.
Oh, no, not fire. No. Sorry, excuse me, why were you following us?
I literally just asked that.
Told to.
Oh, by whom?
Humpbird.
Who?
Is he level 5?
His friend. My friend.
Your
He's my
friend.
friend.
What does he do?
He is my friend. And he is happy.
He's not happy.
Told me to look out for new people.
Okay, well, we are new people. Do you know why he wants to know about new people?
Friendship.
Oh, well, we like friendships.
Escape.
He wishes to leave.
We like friends. Can we be friends with Humpert? Can we go meet Humpert and try and be his friend?
Me fetch you. Yes?
Will be friends
I
with
fetch
you?
Yes.
Okay. She moves quicker than you're expecting and grabs hold of your arm and just like picks
I'm a
you up
lad.
like a rag doll.
Come on!
I guess
This could be interesting!
And like does not let go.
It's fine.
we just kind of put the gun away and start following.
I'm like, the temples.
Starts dragging you along.
She's only dragging him along.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, she's not like bothering to let you find your feet, you're just being dragged along the
Ridiculous.
street. No one bats an eyelid.
This place is a mess.
Q, write this down.
You're dragged sort of across town to this tiny building that looks like it's falling over, but that might just be the way it's installed. Like it's leaning, but the whole building's leaning. The door is square, like that leaning as well. But when she opens it, like kicks it open, opens fine. And you walk into a room that's like, you wouldn't recognise it, but it's like Art Deco style inside.
Okay.
And there are kind of all kinds of weird glass pieces of mirror on the walls. The table looks higher at one end than the other, but when you approach it, you realise it's an optical illusion. And sat at it is a man he's in like he's in a brown jumpsuit, and like he has goggles on his head too. And like around the thing is like a flight cap. Tor, you brought friends! Feel free to sit. He's got like a full-on like ginger moustache, friendly open face. Take a seat, take a seat.
What kind of race?
Love, can I take a seat, please?
So she drops him.
Thank you. I was going to say.
Good to meet you. This is Hollerith?
Hubert Weathings is mad.
Yes.
How are you doing? Yes.
So, we've heard from your friend that you want friends.
Well, that's a very interesting statement. Yes, I suppose allies is a better term.
Alright.
In what way? Why do you want allies?
Well, I've recently come to live here, and I have investigated several options for leaving, and none of them are particularly good.
What have you come up with so far?
Entrance to the vaults, that seems to be the best. There are a few of us who wish to go, but I figure that the more bodies, the probably better chance we stand of getting out.
Does he seem legit, or is he kind of trying to bluff to... Yes, I want to escape, I knew it. Arrest him, sort of.
Maybe an intro check.
Okay. So I trust no one.
Yes, but you also have it in.
But he has a reason. It doesn't mean he's going to find out, but he doesn't trust anybody. 18.
You think he's an eternal optimist and not too wise.
Fair enough.
Get along with that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Alright. Before these talks go any further, I want to deal with the important issue. Do you have any wine?
Oh, as if I would. No, I'm afraid not. I do have a hip flask, but I'm prepared to trade.
Would you take a wizard for it?
I don't really understand this whole wizard malarkey yet, so maybe not.
Okay.
Does he look dirty in any way, shape, or form?
He's a little... Ah, fabulous.
You're most welcome. However, I am not for trade.
Well, okay, fair enough. I understand that people are not for trade. I'm not savage.
I'm glad you do. Scowling at Edward, wondering if maybe he should have let him drown.
Look, I understand that I don't know you, you don't know me, and I'm very forward in coming forward. But it turns out that once you're here long enough, people tend to get settled into a kind of routine. So I thought it was better to shake the apple tree early on, see what fell off before we began. So if anyone wants to stay here, now is the time to stay and to leave.
We are very interested
You
in
definitely want to leave.
We want to leave, but we want to go in the vault.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very cool.
I'd like to visit the library first.
I believe that down the library, we can... Okay, the librarians are interesting.
Oh, how so?
They're scary. I've only seen a couple of them. They're creepy creators.
What do they look like?
They're hooded. But I feel like they have tentacles. Maybe.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Well, interesting.
What do you know about this? I don't want to call it a cult because it's ridiculous, but this cult.
Oh, the chaps with the squid heads.
Yeah, those ones.
Well, as far as I can understand, they've been here for quite some time. There's a generation upon generation of... I'll that's in here. There's a generational thing where people have been here for decades, and they've had children, and they've developed a religion around a flying star squid, who may or may not own this island. Which, to be fair, I'm pretty sure I'm not in the English Channel anymore. So it may be that it does swim between dimensions.
So many fourth wall break.
So what do you do? Why do you want to... How long have you been here?
I've been here for some time. Not ages, but some time. I don't know exactly. I've not been counting. Plus, my crate hit the drink, and I had banged my head. So when I came here, I wasn't fully compass. But basically, I crashed. I was in a dogfight in the sky, and
Flying dogs.
Hang on, you're in the sky.
yes, yes, of course. I've had this shot before. I am from a world that is quite technologically developed.
Yeah?
And I was the pilot of a flying machine during a
flying
very important war.
You've seen flying machine.
Well,
the gnomes had one.
Yes, but I didn't get a chance
What's a gnome?
to talk about it with them.
Yay big, lots of head, but not a dwarf, but very good with clockwork.
Oh, no, clockwork. We've got a fellow like that. We might have to deal with, but he's not good with clockwork.
Okay. Could you give us a second of being?
Of course. Of course, the confidence of all friends. I understand. I will make what passes for tea in this godforsaken hole, and I will return. And he gets up and sort of moves into what you assume is the kitchen.
This guy's fucking insane.
Can I have a look around the room, see any mechanical marvels or...
There is a clock on the wall, like, this, I mean, you've seen clocks, but like...
Just Sam it.
I'm immediately aroused.
time returns!
Every time it ticks, I'm just like, ooh.
Go on, 12 o'clock.
Done.
Okay, I'm disappointed.
So what's the play here?
Well, he's clearly
Mad.
He might be able to help us get to the vaults, that's what we're here for.
He is the. To be fair, he says he's got friends, and the friends that I have seen are interested, and I believe they could be pretty good in a fist up. But honestly, we know nothing about this vault or anything.
We should probably look to gather some more information before we decide.
We know you want to go to the library.
No. Like, as in understanding.
We should look at it first.
The defences, the possible means of protection.
case the vault.
Yeah, this at the very least, this bloke at least thinks he knows where the vaults are. Probably.
That's
Again.
what information we have.
Again, he's mad. Dogs can't fly.
Wasn't it fine?
They can if you cast the spell on them.
Fair.
But
I think it was some kind of
they
phrase.
don't quite understand what's going on, and they just kind of float in the air and flail.
It was a machine!
Alright,
The flying.
Forgive us for not knowing much about competent machines. Okay.
The flying dog was a machine.
I told you this guy is insane.
You know, I think we should just, you know, like...
Shall we- yeah,
he's
we hear
insane,
him
but
out.
he's an ally for us, we need allies.
Alright.
As you're talking on the door.
It's your living room.
No, it's at the front door.
Oh right.
Is
I'm
Paul
gonna go
there?
over to it.
You open the door.
Yeah.
There's a young man stood there. He's kind of bent and gangly. I mean, he has the same filed teeth as the guy you saw before, but no like religious dress on.
Okay.
He's just got a hood on. Can I come in? It's a good
It's
time.
not really our house.
I know that.
Just get him in. Drag him in.
Okay, yeah, sure. Just don't want any products though.
We don't. We already have a pamphlet.
Yes, you've been spotted.
For what?
You've been spotted
By
By
who?
who?
by the local constabulary.
You mean the weird bloke with the hat?
Well,
Yeah.
it's not him, but yes.
What does that mean?
Should be high.
No, but maybe if Herbert needs to know that.
Herbert?
And he comes again. Yes.
Apparently you've been spotted.
Oh, what now? They're coming. They're possibly going to ask questions. They'll be fine. Go in the kitchen. The boy kind of goes in the kitchen. Don't worry about him. He's just very frightened.
This whole city's giving me a migraine.
You're capable of getting migraines?
I get migraines a lot, like when I try to count, or when people talk about books, or when I haven't drank in an hour. So don't underestimate me.
Oh no, I was just surprised that there's a functioning brain.
I'm there, I'm calling.
Now, chaps.
That's
Let's all
fine.
sit down and have a tea.
What?
He kind of gets you to sit down at the
We've
table.
had tea before.
Yes, you've had tea before, but this is not tea. This is tea made out of fungus and gravel bean.
Is this tea that you would like?
Always.
What the actual fuck is gravel bean?
We don't know.
All we know about gravel pig is it makes an awful fucking tea.
It's a terrible tea. It's like you put pork and stone together. Like, you know, if you've accidentally like sucked rock at any point, you know, got like stones in your mouth and you're like horrible.
Not frequently.
No, I've done it, but yeah, like
When you fall over or something.
Yeah, that sort of thing. Ugh.
Oh no, I go on great rock sucking expeditions.
I have children, they put stones in my mouth.
You're the adult. You should just tell them not to.
But they-
He does it as well.
Yeah, it's like your house is like Lord of the Flies.
So yeah, it's a combination of stone and pork.
Right.
And fungus apparently.
Some of the fungus makes it taste less bad, but it's not like a berry tea. It's still
So we're all sitting around this table having tea now.
yeah. Exactly.
So he's
to be honest, this is better than some of the teas you get in Europe.
What's the euro?
Explain.
Yeah, so where are the vaults? What do you know about these vaults?
Well, you might just met young Bug. He knows more about it than I do because his parents and his parents' parents were born here.
But can you tell us about it? Because
Yes,
it annoys me.
absolutely. Well, that's a shame because he's coming with us. He's proved to be a loyal companion.
Is Seth here as well? Just going to throw that out there.
Is
Or
she?
Seth,
Steph's here,
sorry,
yeah.
She was having the tea.
She's looking at the tea. Listen, we have discovered a way down into the vaults. According to rumour, the only way off the island is at the bottom of the vaults is the engine that makes the island follow the Morkoth when it swims between dimensions.
An interdimensional engine.
In theory, it should be locked to this realm, and therefore any passage through it would be fine.
So what plan have you come up with so far?
The plan is to get into the vault, find the engine, and exit the place.
Yes, that's kind of like the very general plan. How are we getting in? How do we make our way through? How do we make it
We
work?
must secure a key, and the best way to do that is go to the garden level, where they look after the gravel pigs and the fungus. And the head gardener, a tiny, did you call him gnome? He looks like you described, he's small, but he's a gardener.
A gardener.
He's called Frobisher, which is a terrible name. But that's what he wants to be called. He has a key to the vaults. Now the vaults, apparently somewhere in the garden level, there is a door. And if you could get to that, it's the water supply for the gardens. And it's a big hole. And you can climb down it. It's like a massive well, and that will take you down to some of the vault levels. From there, it's apparently easier to get in. Down.
If you don't mind me asking,
It's a long shot, I'll believe you, but I didn't win Victoria Cross by sitting on my backside.
I have no idea what that is. So if you've got all this planned out, I don't want to be like giving you any ideas, but why do you need us?
Well, I'm not pretending it's not going to be dangerous. Plus, I don't know anything about things like wizardry and sorcery and gnomes. So, I'm going to need some help with that sort of thing.
And who have you got? You, the annoying fella, and the body lass?
Yes.
Okay.
And we wish to exit. And also I'm aware that exiting in this realm will leave me in this realm. So I'm going to need somewhere to be in this realm until I can find out how to get back to Blighty.
I've never heard of Blighty. I don't know what.
Is that in Europe too?
No,
Oh.
most decidedly not.
Anymore.
That's a real shame. It should be in Europe.
I think Blighty
We're going to have a long historical discussion about the contexts of Europe. Europe in 1940 is an idea.
Yeah. It wasn't quite.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
It was on fire.
Right.
Okay. I mean,
You haven't seen any
it's
help?
better than any ideas we've got so
I
far.
just want to get out of
You
here.
haven't seen any dragons recently, have you?
What's with
No,
dragons?
Dragons exist. Wow. This is looking up. Are they friendly?
No.
Not normally.
No.
Some are.
Yeah, I said not normally, it depends. Very much on the dragon.
Depends
I
on
would find a dragon and bring it back to Blighty. That's game over, isn't it?
I mean,
That'd teach the Hun.
Who is on?
I really don't think a dragon is likely to come with you.
Right.
To,
That would be the best ending to the Please, the Gestapo are just flaming.
Red Dragon versus Gestapo.
I gotta say, I'm not gonna lie, like, DNA would have been very different.
I really want to see
D stands for dragon.
Yeah.
Should I shift direction for this campaign?
Yeah, actually, Ben, we did that.
Certainly still with him. The sequel is Deutschland and Dragons.
Undercover missions.
Yes.
That'd be amazing.
I'd have to run it under a different name.
Just be like, you're now a sheep.
I'm fine with that. If that's the way this campaign is,
Can you imagine him with a real gun?
Been one that works. Good.
Are you going to see the flying?
Honestly, I'm loving tonight, but it's giving me a nosebleed.
Right,
I think
anyway.
the players who have played with me for a long time are aware that this is the most Ben dungeon.
Yes.
Thanks.
The only way we make this gets worse is if Zodiac Man turns up.
Just for the 3 people that are watching, thanks for sticking with us. Seriously.
It's about to get real weird. Okay, yeah. What do you want to do?
I really want to
Why
go
do
to
you
the
want to
boss.
see some dragons?
I don't want to see some dragons. I want to see a dragon.
Why?
The-
You've not seen a dragon before?
This is not the time.
Yeah,
nor
priorities,
place.
please. There is only so much I can pay attention to at one time.
Perhaps we should gauge our options before we trust this man.
I don't see we really.
I understand, Debbie.
He's right there.
I absolutely understand. I understand if you don't want to trust me. Why don't you have a walk out in the town and we'll start packing our things.
Okay.
There's many people I'm prepared to set off.
Yeah. So 2 questions. 1, when do you want to go? And 2, what should we be aware of now that we've been spotted by squid fellas?
Look, we're on the lookout for more squid fellas.
if we meet the squid fellas, what do we do? Do we?
They're an insane bunch, so
Do
you just
we-
convince them you're having a fun time.
Okay.
They'll be alright. They're kind of like a happiness patrol,
Ah.
which
Yeah,
is
makes sense.
grating.
Mm.
But yeah, feel free to let me know. If you are prepared to come, we're going to go at 0500. But if you're not prepared to come, then we don't have enough bodies to risk it yet. So I'll just be stuck here for a little while longer until
Can you
next
keep an eye on when 0500 is? You've got that.
Set an alarm.
Can't not laugh, really.
Cheerful fellow.
Yeah, we'll get there. Right, well thank you anyway.
No
It
problem.
was interesting meeting you. Does anybody else have any more questions?
I have lots, but I think we should probably get out.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, you leave.
Yeah.
At this point, do we want, I hate saying this, do we want to split up and explore our options?
I mean, I'm going down to the vaults with that guy.
I mean, before we go there, some of us want to go to the library? Do some of us want
Yeah.
to go to the chapel? Do some of us want
I'd
to?
like to see the pyramid.
Is that for personal reasons or is it to do with this?
Just
Religion to understand
personal
what
reasons.
tentacle face things are.
I mean,
No, yeah,
I get it, but we have got stuff to do.
Oh, okay, so you're not
So many options.
Yeah.
If we've got time in between going with Saving Private Brian, then
Check my own.
if we've got time, then maybe, but we need, you're the only holy man we've got, and apparently there's a chapel. What do you guys think?
I think splitting up is not a bad idea, actually. We might be able to find out some useful things.
Also, whoever goes to the chapel, do you want to take Rock Bottom with you?
The
I
what?
mean, the chest.
You remember our friend that's
No,
currently made of stone?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
Sorry, you meant
Yeah.
the rest of the wrestling reference. Everyone was expecting a lucha match.
No. Jane the Rock Blonson down there. Do you want to take him to the chapel to see if
Yeah.
we can't get him a little looser?
Do that again?
Looser.
Do we not think that we should wait until we get him back to the cleric on the boat.
I mean, we don't have to let him out of the chest, but I don't know how long he can be stoned before he's just dead. He might already be dead.
He probably is dead. He's stoned.
I don't know how long that...
Maybe he's just petrified.
I mean, it can't be good for you. It's like being unconscious. The longer you're unconscious, the worse it is for you.
Well, we should try and get right.
I mean, we don't have to let him out of the chest if we don't want to deal with him right now.
But you should probably get him cured if we can.
I'm going to the library now.
Yeah, you go. Who wants to go with
I'll
him?
go with Ezekiel.
Okay. Chapel.
If you need a hand carrying him, I'll come to the
Let's try
chapel.
pyramid diverge as well.
And any mechanical marbles we might see, I might have to.
Okay.
Okay, so you go with
Astaria.
Astaria. I'm gonna go investigate.
The pub.
Yes, but not for only slightly for drinking. If you want to know anything about a town, talk to the barkeepers. And I'll take Steph because she looks like she needs a drink.
Steph is looking frail.
Yeah, she needs a drink.
She never told me why she was feeling bad, right?
No, she struggles to get up out the chair.
Does she look
She
old?
looks faint, she looks like she's hurting.
Yeah.
Her dark hair is now streaked through with grey. There's a little bit of white coming to the surface.
If I sort of got close to her, would I be able to try and assess what's wrong with her? Like, maybe just put a hand on her?
She looks old.
Yeah, I know what's happening.
She's making up for the years that she's been.
Oh, I can't roll.
Yeah, you can sense that almost. Your training, you can see the approach.
She didn't have long.
What?
That was a 7.
Steph, are you gonna die?
It's sensitive, man.
Yes. Yes, I am.
How long have you got?
Not long.
Right, that settles it then. Library, chapel, pub. If you're going to go out, you're not going to go out looking for, going around investigating this insane place. You're going to get pissed and then you're going to go out with a bang. No pun intended.
You have been more than cat.
Perhaps let me help you travel from this life to the next.
Thank you. That would be.
Right,
That would be wonderful.
split up, let's go.
Right, before I go, I'm saying I'm sorry, Steph. I'm sorry for what happened to you.
Do not worry. Release is better.
There's a joke about releasing this.
Yeah, there is definitely. Let's do how much time we got?
Like 5 minutes.
5 minutes. I think we should leave it there then.
Yeah.
That's a great place to leave. Okay. For anyone actually watching this damn thing, there will be a little bit of break now. We're going to do some other videos just because of various members going on holiday.
Mainly the DM. Yeah. We tried to do it without him. He wasn't happy.
It should be more than a couple of weeks break. I've got some ideas for other stuff on the channel that will turn up because the holiday doesn't stop me filming, which is great. Plus, we've done an interview that we're going to put up with most of the guys apart from Sam.
Yeah.
Which you should find entertaining.
Oh,
We're
nice.
doing several bits, I think. So, cool. All right. Anyone else got anything lovely to say?
Yeah. I just want to say thank you to Cryptology for letting us film in here, because I think we may have thanked them in the
I
first
thanked them
episode,
briefly, yeah.
but like a proper thank you from all of us guys to letting us film here, because otherwise, we wouldn't be doing this. And thank you as well to Andy at Chimera, who was meant to be part of the campaign, but sadly
the
couldn't.
best shop in England.
Yeah, and Chimera in Beeston in Nottingham. If you're into this kind of Dungeons and Dragons or Star Wars, Magic the Gathering, all these places that could sue me for mentioning them, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!
Or any board game.
Yes,
Please.
Or just fantastic board games.
yeah, just for anything, comics, everything. If you're around Nottingham, the Beeston area, Chimera is a great place. Andy and everyone there are wonderful, and they support everything that we do as
We
well.
also like to mention they haven't paid us a dime.
Yeah, no, nobody at all. We just love them. And I guess, again, the 3 of you that are watching, thank you. So, we said early on, didn't we, that even if we end up not filming it, we enjoy the campaign, that's fine. Which is probably why we had.
So if we go off the air, you know why.
Yeah, because. But which is probably why we don't mention our audience a lot, and we don't have one. But
Positivity.
If you'd like to be one of our audience, feel free to comment below.
Yeah,
Let us know.
but for the audience that we do have, we are grateful. So I just wanted to make sure that
Thanks, Mum.
you know that. So yeah, thanks, Mum.
My parents do not like this.
Thank God.
Ben, you've let me down again, son.
Yeah, pretty much.
And on that note, we'll go.
Bye.